Which supermajor is shelling out for exploration in 2010? What company is looking for alternative supplies for upgrading crude oil? And whose company has been given the green light for 2011? All this and more when we come back. Hello and welcome back to EnergyScout News and Information. I'm your host, Red Byers. Today's segment will focus on major producers within the energy industry. In breaking news, a U.S. congressional committee today asked the leaders of the world's 5 biggest publicly traded oil companies to testify at a hearing in early April on why the companies still need federal tax breaks while earning huge profits off oil record prices. The target companies who received these notices are ExxonMobil, Chevron, ConocoPhillips, and Shell. In other news, ExxonMobil is set to shell out about $25 billion on capital and exploration work this year, up from about $20.9 billion it spent last year. The United States supermajor is meeting with analysts in New York. Also, they were saying that plans to take part in the startup of 19 new oil wells and gas projects by 2010, which should add about 725,000 barrels of oil equivalent per day at their peak. Now let's take a further look at other news in the energy industry. Shell was busy lining up alternative supplies of upgraded oil sands crude for its Alberta refinery. As its own upgrading plant underwent unplanned maintenance, the Scotford upgrader is suffering from unspecified operational problems, which came to light late last week. The refinery problems have squeezed gasoline and diesel supply across Western Canada and contributed to sharp gains in pump prices. Neither Shell nor Imperial have disclosed how much production has been cut or given target dates for resuming full output. Chevron Corporation today announced that the company and its partners have given the green light to construct the Platong Gas 2 natural gas project in the Gulf of Thailand. Total development cost of the field is approximately $3.1 billion, with startup scheduled for first quarter of 2011. The Platong Gas 2 development, located in shallow water 120 miles offshore, is designed to add 420 million cubic feet of natural gas per day processing capacity. Now it's time for today's market numbers, but first, let's take a look at our leaders and laggards. In oil and gas, crude oil is up 85 cents to $108.75. Natural gas is down 2 cents to $10. And now, it's time again for this week's mergers and acquisitions. In strange news today, Japanese space exploration's funding is spent on origami.
We begin in Kashiwa, Japan, and more science. This time, nerds and slackers at Tokyo University have united to create the coolest experiment in the history of the universe. A paper airplane that can be launched from outer space, and it will land safely on Earth. Yeah, dude. After folding and refolding a special kind of paper, scientists created an origami plane that can withstand temperatures of 250 degrees Celsius and can survive wind traveling 7 times the speed of sound. The scientists have asked a Japanese astronaut to chuck the thing from the International Space Station. The only problem is the plane will take several months to reach Earth, and they need a really small pilot.
Well, that seems like money well spent. It's all fun and games until someone loses an eye at the speed of sound. And that's it for today's energy headlines. Be sure to check out our website daily at EnergyScout.com for up-to-date rig counts and company information. And be sure to stay tuned with us tomorrow. We will take a look at independent producers within the energy industry. For EnergyScout News and Information, I'm your host, Red Byers.